top stories this evening, sponsored by Courts, bringing value home. Police Lance Corporal shot dead at VEERED-EN-HOOP. Businessman in custody. Licensed gun seized. 13th sit-in of the National Assembly set for Monday, November 3. Pigeon infestation at the BV Primary School worsens. Class is suspended. PTA demands ministerial intervention. And in sport, West Indies concede a massive 179 run to Bangladesh. HGP Nightly News begins now. Good evening to our viewers here in Guyana and online. I'm Travis Chase with the Thursday, October 23 edition of the HGP Nightly News. We begin on the police blotter. A police lance corporal was shot dead by a licensed firearm holder on Thursday morning. Police have since launched an investigation into the incident. The details in this report. Dead is 35-year-old police lance corporal Richard Marvin Hayes, who was attached to the Impact Base Breakdown Police Station. The shooting occurred around 9 a.m. Thursday at Stelling Road, VEERED-EN-HOOP, West Coast, Demerara. The suspect has been identified as Robert Hussein, the proprietor of a cell phone store located at the Stelling. He has since been arrested. Police have also seized his licensed .32 Taurus pistol. Reportedly, Hayes visited Hussein's business place on Wednesday afternoon, October 22, to inquire about purchasing a cell phone. However, Hayes reportedly returned around 9 a.m. Thursday to purchase the phone. The suspect told police that during this time, Hayes allegedly began behaving in a hostile manner and was told to leave. It is alleged that Hayes then picked up a cell phone heater gun from the counter and threw it at the businessman, hitting him in the chest. The suspect then drew his firearm and discharged one round, striking Hayes in the right side of his chest. Upon hearing the gunshot, Ron Hayes, the brother of the dead officer and owner of a nearby barbershop, rushed over and found his brother bleeding.
The same person insisted, say, you go and get your car and carry the man in the hospital, so he ended up going to get me car. And spectators around here put in the car and I reached the hospital. The hospital emergency come out and they come with the stretcher. When they come out to the stretcher, they tell me I got to park the car. So when I park the car and go back in, the same one, the member with the hole in the stretcher, come out back to the emergency room and say, your brother gone.
Police said one gunshot wound was observed on his right chest area.
I feel that these banners with their money, they're getting this thing too twisted. They got themselves, they get their money, and they feel like they're running this wall.
The businessman remains in custody as investigations continue. Travis Chase, HGP Nightly News. Meanwhile, a deadly bee attack in Triumph, East Coast, Demerara, has left one contractor dead and another man fighting for his life. The tragedy unfolded during road construction works in the area on Wednesday afternoon. Tiana Cole will tell you more.
A road construction worker was killed and another critically injured on Wednesday afternoon after they were attacked by a swarm of Africanized bees at Surat Street, Triumph, East Coast, Demerara. The deceased has been identified as 29-year-old Winston Semple, a contractor of Lot 39 Prince William Street, Plaisance, while the injured man is 40-year-old Glendon Simpson of Nunpearl, East Coast, Demerara. Both men were part of a team contracted by the Ministry of Public Works to carry out road reconstruction in the area. According to reports, around 3 p.m. on Wednesday, the workers were operating heavy machinery near a densely wooded area when a large swarm of bees suddenly emerged from nearby bushes. The men immediately tried to flee the attack with some shouting warnings to their colleagues. Eyewitnesses said chaos erupted on the work site as the bees aggressively swarmed the workers. It is believed the bees' nests may have been disturbed when a worker clearing a nearby lot lit a fire, triggering the deadly attack. Public-spirited citizens later came to the rescue and pulled Simpson from the trench. He was rushed to the Enmore Regional Hospital, where he remains in critical condition. Semple, however, was pronounced dead on arrival. Authorities are continuing their investigation into the incident. Tiana Cole reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Still with the police, Antonio Day tells us now that former Member of Parliament Devin Sears was on Thursday remanded to prison, while 69-year-old farmer Albert Sandy pleaded guilty to the charge of possession of narcotics for the purpose of trafficking.
Defendants Devin Sears and Albert Sandy were charged on Thursday with the possession of narcotics for the purpose of trafficking. They appeared before Magistrate Russell Liverpool at the London's Magistrate Court. Sears, a former Member of Parliament, pleaded not guilty and was remanded until the 11th of November for report and disclosure. His co-defendant Sandy pleaded guilty to the indictable offense and was granted 4 years imprisonment. Sandy also took full responsibility of the narcotics. However, the magistrate nonetheless remanded Devin Sears. Sears was represented by attorneys at law Mr. Nigel Hughes and Mr. Bernard De Silva. According to police reports, the vehicle driven by 39-year-old Sears was stopped in the vicinity of the Old Barmere police checkpoint, where officers observed that he appeared nervous. The educator reportedly told police he was transporting tourism plans, but a search revealed 22 bulky plastic bags and 4 large brown canvas bags filled with leaves, seeds, and stems suspected to be cannabis. Farmer Albert Sandy admitted ownership of the narcotics and told investigators that he hired Sears to transport the goods to Perica. Both men were taken to the Mackenzie police station, where the drugs were weighed and confirmed to be total 310.71 kilograms. Antonio Day reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
This is the HGP Nightly News. Stay with us. There is more news ahead.
Make home yours every day with Courts. Everything you want. Make home yours anytime with Courts. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, oh, oh. Get value for your money. Oh, oh, oh. Courts have the best quality. Home is what you make it. Best prices and good credit. Oh, Courts have it all. Oh yeah. Home is what you make it. Top brands, you're sure to get it all. Courts have it all.
Courts has what you need to make home yours. You can get it all with easy payment plans using Courts Ready Finance. Courts, make home yours.
Welcome to SNL Electrical Inc., where lighting and electrical needs are met with expertise and style. From the latest in electrical lamps to durable cables, circuit breakers, panels, we have it all. Illuminate your space with our elegant chandeliers, stunning crystal lights, and versatile pole lights. Looking to upgrade your comfort? Explore top-of-the-line AC units and our diverse selections of stylish styles. Visit us at 170-180 Thomas Street, Kitty, Georgetown. Discover solution that not only lights up your world but transforms it. Call us on telephone number 226-3018 or 223-1634. SNL Electrical Inc., powering your life with elegance, quality, and care.
HGP Nightly News. President Irfan Ali has made the final proclamation for the resumption of the 13th sitting of the National Assembly. Antonio Day will tell you more.
On Thursday, President Irfan Ali made the announcement of the reconvening of the sitting of the 13th Parliament of Guyana. The most anticipated convening is scheduled for Monday, the 3rd of November, 2025.
It is provided by Article 69(1) of the Constitution that each session of Parliament shall be held at the place within Guyana and shall begin at the time that the President shall appoint by proclamation.
Under Article 67, the President is mandated to appoint the time and place for the new session of Parliament within 4 months of its dissolution.
I do hereby appoint the Arthur Chung Conference Center, Georgetown, Guyana, as the place where the first session of the 13th Parliament shall be held.
The parties to be represented in the National Assembly are the ruling People's Progressive Party Civic, with 36 seats, We Invest in Nationhood, 16, A Partnership for National Unity, 12, and For Guyana Movement, 1. The Speaker of the National Assembly would be chosen during that sittings for a session, with members of Parliament taking the oath of office. The Clerk of the National Assembly, Sherlock Isaacs, had told reporters that he had received the names of all 65 members to be appointed. Political pundits like J.H.K. Lal had questioned the reluctance by the President to announce a date for the 13th sitting of the National Assembly. Many are anxiously awaiting for the parliamentary discourse. Antonio Day reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Our developing story now, the pigeon infestation at the Betafawakting Primary School has worsened, and that has forced the Parent Teachers Association to take drastic action. Here is more. Classes at the Betafawakting Primary School on the east coast of Demerara have been suspended after the Parent Teachers Association decided not to allow pupils into the classrooms. The decision follows an ongoing pigeon infestation that parents say poses a serious health risk. President of the Parent Teachers Association, Alvin McCurdy, spoke with reporters Thursday morning.
We'd like the minister to come herself so that she can see the situation, make a better assessment of the situation. As much as work is being done, they would have brought paint to paint the school without actually sanitizing the school.
The situation, according to the PTA president, has worsened despite assurances from the Ministry of Education that the pigeon infestation would have been addressed over the weekend.
As much as work is being done at the school, it's not sufficient. Also, the environment is not conducive for learning or teaching.
Just last week, 4 pupils were taken to the Enmore Regional Hospital for medical examination. While their illnesses were not reportedly linked to the infestation, the PTA says the environment remains unsafe for children and the teachers alike.
The teachers are frustrated. The children are getting sick by the days. Every day children are getting sick. Parents are afraid to send their children to school. So this morning we decided that enough is enough.
Parents say the classrooms are heavily soiled by pigeon droppings, and despite repeated complaints, no effective cleanup was done.
We'd like the minister to come herself so that she can see the situation, make a better assessment of the situation. As much as work is being done, they would have brought paint to paint the school without actually sanitizing the school. We'd also like them to close the school so that the work could be done faster and in a better manner.
The PTA has vowed that once the deplorable state of the school, owing to pigeon infestation, is not rectified, classes will not resume. Travis Chase, HGP Nightly News. Meanwhile, although Regional Democratic Councillor Neville Cumberbatch attempted to convince and assure parents that things are under control regarding the pigeon infestation at the Betafawakting Primary School, that assertion was far from reality. Here's Antonio Day with this story.
Despite an attempted intervention by ranks of the Guyana Police Force, students were unable to enter the compound of the Betafawakting Primary School due to the infestation of pigeons. Regional Democratic Council for Region 4, Neville Cumberbatch, on Thursday morning attempted to assure parents that the situation was being mitigated, but they refused to accept that genuine efforts are being made to address the situation.
We went into the school to assess the situation. The HM was asked to prepare the immediate needs of the school. That was done, that was submitted. The school was closed for fumigation to take place.
Several parents, though, expressed dissatisfaction at the current state of the school, as pigeon droppings were still visible in certain classrooms. But despite these ventilated frustrations, the Regional Democratic Council still attempted to act as if the situation was under control. Amid interventions by the Ministry of Education and Regional Democratic Council, Cumberbatch is contending that these organizations handled the situation to the best of their ability.
I'm saying that we did the best that we could have done. The best that we could have done under the circumstances. So you and I will agree that pigeons are no easy thing to get rid of. Do you expect us to come with a cast net or something to catch all of them?
He said certain breeding grounds were blocked at the school, but several pigeons were seen in the school ceiling. Notably, when the gate of the school was subsequently opened, it was determined that there was no running water. Cumberbatch, in defense of the subject, noted that this matter is not within his remit. He was also outraged at the actions of the Parents and Teachers Association at the school for shutting the gate. According to him, these actions were unwarranted, but the upset parents justified their actions as they were distinctly fed up.
The PTA does not have authority to lock the gates.
Yes.
Right? If the PTA can check, if the PTA can show you where they get that kind of authority from, you understand. Because you will understand, you and I both understand. At the New Campbellville Secondary School, we are there, this teachers there are facing situation that is beyond their control, that they want the ministry to fix. But they ain't shutting the gate.
Our parents are yet to await a resolution of the matter.
Am I to understand that you are saying that regardless of children's health in danger, the PTA can't take action?
Of course, that is the reason for a PTA body in a school.
Antonio D reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Stay with us. You're watching the HGP Nightly News.
Planning a cleanup? We can help. Sevon's Waste Management skip bins can be provided for home renovation projects, yard cleanup, or construction project. It's simple. Step 1, give us a call. Step 2, we put down the bin. Step 3, load it up with all of your junk. Step 4, we take it away. That's simple. Bins are also available in various sizes, so there is no job that is too big or too small. Call Sevon's Waste Management today at 218-1455.
Make home yours every day with Courts. Everything you want. Make home yours anytime with Courts. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, ooh, oh, oh. Get value for your money. Ooh, oh, oh. Courts have the best quality. Home is what you make it. Best prices and good credit. Oh, Courts have it all. Home is what you make it. Top brands, you're sure to get it all. Courts have it all.
Courts has what you need to make home yours. You can get it all with easy payment plans using Courts Ready Finance. Courts, make home yours.
Guyana's oil and gas sector is ensuring safety standards remain top priority. Modern technology such as thermal imaging systems, real-time monitoring, and reporting of environmental discharges of FPSOs has been implemented to reduce risks. Hands-on training in health and safety is intensifying, strengthening environmental sustainability both onshore and offshore. Since oil production started offshore, long-term investments have opened doors for Guyanese, shaping the industry and local economy for generations to come.
Here in the HGP Nightly News, Tiana Cole will tell you that day 34 of the election fraud trial focused on the defense outlining 6 grounds for objecting to the admissibility of statements allegedly obtained from accused claimant Mingo.
The election fraud trial entered its 34th day in the Georgetown Magistrates Court on Thursday before Acting Chief Magistrate Faith Magusti, with a focus on the treatment of accused claimant Mingo while in police custody. Before the first witness took the stand, defense attorney Nigel Hughes raised several objections to the admissibility of the police statements. He outlined 6 main grounds. Firstly, Mingo was denied access to his attorney Darren Wade when he was taken to the Criminal Investigation Department CID headquarters. Hughes claimed that Wade was removed from the compound by police officers when he tried to see his client. Secondly, Mingo had requested to have his counsel present during interrogation, but was refused that right. Thirdly, he was detained for 2 to 3 days before questioning began and held in custody for a total of 6.5 days. Hughes said that Assistant Superintendent Mitchell Caesar told Mingo he had to respond to allegations and the police would not wait on his lawyer. Fifthly, Mingo was allegedly told that unless he participated in the interview, he would not be released from police custody. And finally, Hughes argued that Mingo, who was unwell and suffering from health challenges during the vote count, was pressured despite the police being aware of his condition. Hughes also requested that the prosecution disclose whether an application was made to extend Mingo's detention beyond the legal 72-hour limit. The court later viewed a video recording of Mingo's interview conducted by Assistant Superintendent Caesar, head of the Major Crimes Unit. During the session, Wade attempted to advise his client to remain silent, but Caesar cautioned him against interrupting and insisted the interview would continue even in his absence. During cross-examination, Hughes questioned Harvey about police procedures, asking whether it was permissible to prevent an attorney from advising a client during questioning. Harvey acknowledged observing Wade being restricted, but said he was unaware of any law allowing the police to stop legal counsel from intervening. He confirmed that when Wade had to step away, Caesar continued to put allegations to Mingo. The matter will continue on October 27 when Caesar is expected to take the stand. Tiana Co reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Attorney General and Minister of Legal Affairs Anil Nandlal is calling for stronger regional commitment to the Caribbean Court of Justice, urging CARICOM member states that have not yet signed on to its appellate jurisdiction to do so. Here again is Tiana Cole.
Attorney General and Minister of Legal Affairs Anil Nandlal revealed that during a recent visit to Guyana, President of the Caribbean Court of Justice, CCJ, Justice Winston Anderson, raised concerns about the lack of support the CCJ continues to receive from several CARICOM member states. The Attorney General said he believes Guyana has a responsibility to help influence other CARICOM countries to adopt the appellate jurisdiction of the regional court. To date, only Barbados, Guyana, Belize, Dominica, and St. Lucia have made the CCJ their final court of appeal.
Most of the independent Caribbean territories have not signed on. And that's a travesty.
Nandlal emphasized that the CCJ remains a beacon of hope for the Caribbean and that it is essential for all regional states to recognize its importance and authority.
There is hardly another institution of greater significance than the CCJ. And countries in the Caribbean who are otherwise the champions of regional causes are not signing up to the most premier regional institution, the CCJ. It's an oddity.
The Attorney General further noted that some nations, even decades after gaining independence from colonial rule, still rely on institutions that are remnants of that era.
It flies in the face of Caribbean integration and regional unity. The seat of the court is in Trinidad and Tobago, and Trinidad and Tobago has not signed on.
While acknowledging that no one can compel a sovereign government to join the CCJ, Nandlal said greater advocacy is needed to strengthen regional judicial independence.
We have to exert more efforts in getting countries in the CARICOM region to sign on to the appellate jurisdiction.
Tiana Cole reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Forward Guyana movement leader Manza Walton Desir came out swinging as she castigated the Guyana Elections Commission. She contends that the system is broken, not the people, and is adamant that change is needed to bring about the required confidence. Here's more from Marvin Cato.
In a press release issued on Wednesday, Walton Desir contends that the current impasse at the Guyana Elections Commission GECOM is not primarily about personalities. The real problem, according to Walton Desir, is that the commission is politicized and structured in a way that entrenches the two-party system. In a statement on Wednesday, the FGM leader reminded it was never designed to function as an impartial, but a professional institution serving all Guyanese. Guyana is no longer a two-party society, as the presence of 3 opposition parties in parliament shows, she contends. She is also of the view that though the 13th parliament's configuration is different, GECOM's current design locks the system into old divides, undermining the fairness, credibility, and independence that every election demands. The current structure at GECOM, which was for all intents and purposes meant to be a temporary intervention, is designed to fail whenever political actors disagree, because its functioning depends on political consensus and not on professional independence, her statement said. Walton Desir was clear to point out that what we are witnessing is the inevitable breakdown of a system built on political control rather than institutional independence. The Commission's dysfunction confirms what Forward Guyana movement warned from our inception, that Guyana cannot build a democracy on a broken foundation. It is obvious to any honest onlooker that Guyana Elections Commission, GECOM, is structurally unsound, politically compromised, and legally irregular. While FGM believes there is a breakdown in the system, several legal pundits have added their voices to the debacle, highlighting that there is no way the framers of the Constitution would have intended for commissioners to have lifetime appointments. Some also believe that there should be clauses placed in the provision to make it clear going forward in this emerging dispensation that term limits on the life of the commission ended in the 70s. It also brings into account the new composition of the opposition, taking up the 29 parliamentary seats, should work together and devise a plan that is workable for all instead of marring the situation with a legal contention in court. Marvin Cato reporting for HGP Nightly News.
Stay tuned for regional news.
Live the island dream. It's your chance to be one of over 100 winners in the Island Dream promotion. Win your share of more than $1 million in cash and prizes, plus 2 all-inclusive weekend staycations for 2. And that's not all. Score coolers packed with Buster, Turbo, Altitude, and Viva. Just buy any can or bottle of Turbo, Buster, Altitude, or Viva. Find the code starting with BB, then visit at Buster Guyana or Turbo_Caribbean on IG or Facebook for details. Live the island dream, get money. Live the island dream.
So yeah, I was watching the game last night.
Oh gosh, is this Valerie people again?
Hello everyone.
Hello.
I'm with the Ministry of Health, here to distribute our annual Filaria tablets.
So wait, like is every year you have to share these tablets?
Why so often?
That's a very good question. Filaria is spread in mosquitoes, and the worm could live inside you for many years. Taking a tablet once is not enough to stop them. That's why the program provides them every year to break the cycle of transmission.
So how come people still get Bigfoot and Goody after taking this pill? Yeah.
The Bigfoot and the Goody is not caused by the tablets. It's the disease itself. See, filaria, it actually damages the lymphatic system over time, which causes scrot as well and Bigfoot. The pills actually prevent that by stopping the worms before they cause permanent damage.
Oh. So it's really about all of us.
Not just one person?
Exactly. By each person taking their dose, we move closer to eliminating filaria from Guyana.
Alright, well, we'll take ours today.
Yeah, I think that's the right thing to do. We'll take ours.
Remember, everyone in your household needs to take the tablet too. That's how we protect families and our whole community.
We are talking about filaria gonna get knocked out. GKO.
Good evening and welcome to Thursday's edition of the Regional News. I am Antonio Day. We begin with news in the Caribbean. Representatives from at least 3 Caribbean community countries will attend the 6th meeting of the presiding officers of Regional Conference on Population and Development in Latin America and the Caribbean. The October 29 to 30 meeting will bring together senior authorities from the ministries and areas involved in population and development-related matters in the region. The 2-day event is being organized by the Economic Commission for Latin America and the Caribbean, ECLAC, with support from the United Nations Population Fund and chaired by the Colombia government. Antigua and Barbuda, Guyana and Suriname are among the current vice chairs of the presiding officers of the Regional Conference on Population and Development that is chaired by Colombia. The other vice chairs are Brazil, Cuba, Dominican Republic, Honduras, Peru, and Venezuela. ECLAC said in the run-up to the meeting, there will be the launch of the Demographic Observatory 2025 Low Fertility in Latin America and the Caribbean. Emerging Trends in Dynamics, which is an annual publication by ECLAC that analyzes the region's population, estimates and projections, and provides data on key demographic trends. Over to news in Haiti. The Central Emergency Response Fund, CERF, for Haiti is providing $4 million to 3 United Nations organizations so that they can support more than 100,000 vulnerable people before Tropical Storm Melissa, which is expected to become a hurricane on Friday and is expected to hit the French-speaking Caribbean community country. CERF said that the funds will go to World Food Programme, United Nations Children's Fund, UNICEF, and the International Organization for Migration. In its latest weather bulletin, the Miami-based National Hurricane Center said that Melissa remains disorganized and jogging solely westward. It said heavy rainfall and flood is expected over portions of Hispaniola and Jamaica over the remainder of this week. The storm is situated 320 miles southwest of Port-au-Prince in Haiti and about 350 miles southeast of Kingston, Jamaican capital. It has maximum sustained winds of 50 miles per hour. And finally, with some international news. U.S. President Donald Trump hits Russia's 2 biggest oil companies with sanctions in a sharp policy shift on Moscow's war in Ukraine, prompting global oil prices to rise by nearly 5% on Thursday and India to consider cutting Russian imports. The sanction targets oil giants Rosneft and Lukoil, which between them account for more than 5% of global oil generation, and mark a dramatic U-turn by Trump, who said only last week that he and Russian President Vladimir Putin and oil are set to sharply cut their crude imports. Thank you for watching. I'm Antonio Day. Goodbye for now and be safe.
Let's join Delvin Neblet for HGP's Sports Pulse.
Good evening, Guyana. I'm Delwin Neblet with your HGP TV Sports Pulse for today, Thursday, October 23rd, 2025. The following press release was presented by Archery Guyana's Board of Directors. GBI fulfills MOU commitment with Archery Guyana through team attire support. Guyana Beverages Incorporated provides official shirts for the 42-member delegation representing Guyana at the 2025 Caribbean Development Championships. Archery Guyana has extended heartfelt gratitude to Guyana Beverages Inc. for fulfilling its commitment under the Memorandum of Understanding signed earlier this year between the two entities. Pursuant to this agreement, GBI provided branded official team shirts for Guyana's national archery delegation heading to the 2025 Caribbean Development Championships, CBC. The generous contribution outfitted 31 athletes and 11 officials, totaling 42 team shirts, ensuring a unified, professional, and patriotic appearance for Team Guyana as they prepare to represent the nation on the regional stage. We are deeply appreciative of the continued partnership and confidence shown by GBI, said Vidushi Prasad McKinnon, president of Archery Guyana. This collaboration reflects the shared commitment of both organizations to youth empowerment, national pride, and sporting excellence. The team will proudly wear these colors as they represent Guyana at CBC 2025. Mr. Samuel Arjun, general manager of Guyana Beverages Inc., reaffirmed the company's commitment to local sport development. We are proud to support Team Guyana as they compete at the Caribbean Development Championships. Providing the official team shirts is a meaningful way for GBI to honor our MOU with Archery Guyana and to help our athletes present themselves with pride on the regional stage. Anita Lal, marketing manager of Guyana Beverages Inc., added, "Our partnership with Archery Guyana embodies GBI's broader mission to invest in youth, health, and community development. We congratulate Team Guyana and wish them every success at the championships." Moving on, during the 10th session of the Conference of Parties to the International Convention Against Doping in Sport, held in Paris at the UNESCO headquarters from the 20th to the 22nd of October 2025, Guyana, represented by the Honorable Minister Charles Ramson Jr., was elected to the Approval Committee of the Fund for Elimination of Doping in Sport. Established in 2008, the Fund for the Elimination of Doping in Sport assists state parties to the International Convention Against Doping in Sport to develop and implement anti-doping projects. Providing practical and technical support, the fund has 3 priorities, namely education projects focusing on youth and sport organizations, policy advice, and mentoring and capacity building. Through targeted financial support and tailor-made guidance, the fund also prioritizes least developed countries and small island developing states who face difficulties meeting compliance targets. Moving into football, action continued in the Guyana Football Federation's Division 1 Women's League 2025 with 2 fixtures at the National Training Center in Providence on Wednesday. In the first match, table toppers GDF maintained their dominance in the tournament by securing a thumping 18-0 victory over Anse Grove United. Match number 2 was a keenly contested 1-1 draw between Western Tigers and the Mainstay Gold Stars. Moving into cricket, a whopping 6 Guyanese players have been selected in the recent draft for the 9th edition of the Abu Dhabi T10. Headlined by the charismatic finisher West Indies middle order batter Shimron Hetmeyer, the tournament also features West Indies hard-hitting all-rounders Shafane Rutherford and Romario Shepherd, as well as left-arm spinner Gudakish Moti. The rising star from the Cinderella County of Essequibo, Quinton Sampson, has also received a maiden call to Abu Dhabi, with the talented left-arm spinner Ahmed Ned being the final Guyanese selected for this year's tournament. And finally, batters once again disappoint as the Windies conceded a massive 179 victory to Bangladesh in the 3rd and final ODI earlier today. Winning the toss and batting first, Bangladesh reached 296 for 8 from their allotment of 50 overs. Sumya Sarkar top scored with a solid 91 from 86, Asif Hassan played well for 80 from 72, and Najmul Hussain Shantu added 44 from 55. Akil Hussain was once again the pick of the bowlers for the West Indies, taking 4 for 41 from 10 overs, as Alec Athene picked up 2 for 37 from 7. When the Windies responded, their batting woes in 2025 continued as they were bowled out for just 117 in 30.1 overs. Nasum Ahmed was the pick of the bowlers for Bangladesh, taking 3 for 11, as Rashad Hussain picked up 3 for 54 and Tanvir Islam 2 for 16 in the series-clinching victory. The player of the match was awarded to Sumya Sarkar for his match-winning 91, while the player of the series award went to Rashad Hussain for his brilliant bowling, securing 12 wickets in the 3-match series. That's it for this edition of the HGP TV Sports Pulse. I'm Delwyn Neblett, reminding you to stay in the game.
Police lands corporal shot dead at VEERED-EN-HOOP. Businessman in custody. Licensed gun seized. 13th sitting of National Assembly set for Monday, November 3. Pigeon infestation at BV Primary School worsens. Classes suspended. PTA demands ministerial intervention. And in sport, West Indies conceded a massive 179-run defeat to Bangladesh in the 3rd and final ODI. Those are our major headlines. For these stories and more, please go to our website. It's www.hgptv.com. I'm Travis Chase. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.